We don't have to change a whole lot, to be honest with you. Played some pretty good hockey. I think even tonight we played better than we did last game, and came down to bounces again. And they got a couple of timely goals, but we did a great job at generating some good quality chances. Just didn't go in.
You had a couple posts tonight too.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, and those are bounces, and we generated some good chances, like I said, and a few times they were scrambling, and pucks just didn't go in.
How frustrating is it? I mean, you guys outplayed them in the first and through big chunks of the third, and you still come away with this down 0-2.
Well, it's frustrating, but that's playoff hockey, and you play good teams in the playoffs, and we look back to Washington. It was basically the same thing. We're pretty happy with our first two games. Could have won either way, and it didn't. We're down 0-2, so they were strong at home. Now we have to do our job back at our rink.
What do you think of what happened at the end of the game? Some frustration just boiling over with Gino?
Oh yeah, I mean, Zetterberg throws punches too. I don't think it's just it's easy to say that when it's a losing team, but both guys are throwing punches, and that happens at the end of the game.
In the third, they finally put Gonchar behind your line. Is that something you guys need to try to do a little bit more, and can you do it a little bit easier when you get the last change at home?
I'm not sure if we're looking for that or not. I mean, as a forward line, I don't think we're too worried about who we're playing against and who we're playing with as far as pairings wise. I mean, that's up to the coaches, but if that's the way it works out, so be it. If not, then we can still generate things.
So their first goal looked like Hossa perhaps should have got a penalty for getting his hands on Dupuis' stick. How did you see it?
Yeah, I mean, Dupuis' stick was broke, and I don't know if it was a slash or lifted or whatever. And these are bounces and breaks, and they've gone their way here the first two games, and hopefully we stick with things, and I think we really do believe if we do, we're going to get some better results.
On the replay, Sid, was the explanation to you they were just looking to see where the puck was, or are they allowed to look to see if the puck was covered up in the crease, to your knowledge?
Well, I think the ref's got to make that call right away as far as whether a player put their hand on the puck. As for it maybe crossing the line, that's something they can try to see with the camera. I don't know if they were able to with the overhead view. It was pretty close. Once again, that's a break.
Frustrating, to come out with that loss. I thought we played well. Once again, we got some good scoring chances, a couple of posts, and just a bad last.
Was that third goal by Abacare tonight, like it looked like it was rolling, like one of you guys kind of just a funny one where it kind of dips and...
Yeah, it wasn't easy to read, but I still got to make some key saves, to keep the score tight throughout the game.
The way Osgood is playing as a goaltender, I guess you can appreciate the first two games that how well he's played.
I still think we had some good quality chances, some posts, and maybe make some good saves for them, but we got to keep going, keep getting pucks to the net, and we'll get some.
What happened in the second goal? It looked like there was a crowd of people fell on top of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I had a guy over my head and the guy shooting the net. It still counts, so I guess it doesn't matter.
There was no interference on that play?
I think it's one of our guy who pushed him into me, so that's why there was no call there.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre, what do you learn from these two games and take into the two coming up at home? Or do you just try and forget about them?
No, I don't think we need to forget about them. It's two losses, we're down by 2, but I still think we played well. We had some good chances, and we're right there. We're not we're in better shape than we were last year, I think, and nothing's over.
How frustrating is it to play as well as you guys played, especially tonight, and go down 2-0, go home 2-0?
Yeah, like I said, I thought our first two games, the team played great, and it's so tough, going down by 2, but it's a race to 4, so it's not over.
Do you feel like you had a break yet?
I don't know.
Mark, the pressure's always on the goaltender in these games. How much pressure do you feel now going into Game 3?
Pardon me?
I said, how much pressure do you feel now as a goaltender? Always has the pressure.
Yeah, I think in the playoff, you always need your goalie to play well and to make those key saves for the team. And I'll do my best. And I'll try to do more next one.
You were so much better at home. I mean, you went through this in last year's playoffs. You gave up 7 goals and went home where you were so much better. Do you feel you can kind of recapture that at home again?
Yeah, it's always good to go home. I think we have a great crowd there, and been playing well there all year, and we're gonna step it up and get back in that series.
A little bit of emotion into the series. It's something that you definitely want to get out before you start the next game. You don't want to have a chip on your shoulder or go in thinking you're going to fight or whatever. We don't need Gino fighting. We need him on the ice scoring goals and playing well. I think probably good for him to get a little emotion and get ready for next game.
Is this related all to the Washington series? Where you played well, started down 2-0, come back home?
I mean, maybe, but I think every series is different. They're different teams. We know we have to play better. We know we have to do those things maybe 10% more. Maybe too many turnovers, too many neutral zone turnovers. Can't get pucks deep. We have to make sure we do that for 60 minutes, and I think we'll have a better outcome.
What at the beginning of the third period and put Gonchar behind your guys' line? We haven't seen much of that so far. There's almost non-existent in the first 2 periods. Is that something that needs to happen a little bit more, and can it happen when you guys get the last change?
Yeah, there'll probably be a few different mismatches when we get a change, but I mean, they're good players. They have a great team. They have 5 or 4 lines and 3 sets of D that can be out there playing. We just have to make sure we play a good game, 60-minute game that's going to propel us to get a win and get back in the series.
Do you guys need to be on the power play more than they do? I mean, there have been very, very few penalties for either side.
Yeah, it's definitely not many penalties in the series, but I mean, it's a part of the game that kind of pushes you through. If you have a good power play, score a goal, you get that momentum. If you have a good PK, you get that momentum. You want to stay out of the box as much as you can, so 5-on-5, and then kind of grind them down. But it's going to be special teams is a huge part of the game, and if they come more frequently, we're going to hopefully score some goals.
Did he get it when he jammed it between your legs, or did he come back across?
I don't know where he broke it, but he kind of got hooked in the hands, and after that I reached for the puck. My stick is broken, so I don't know.
Dude, we talk about the hockey gods. Are they just kind of getting all the breaks right now, it seems?
It seems like their goalie's playing really well. We're getting good chances out there, and it doesn't seem to go in. So.
You were on this team last year when it came back from 0-2 and made a series out of it.
Yep.
Can you recall from last year that enabled you guys to do that in Game 3? Because that's sort of where it started.
Well, it's not the same thing right now. I think last year they pretty much dominated us the first 2 games, and this year I think we outplayed them. We're just not getting the bounces, and things are going to turn around next game.
There seems to be a pretty clear agenda on the refs' part to let you guys play. There have been very few penalties called for either side. Do you guys need to be on the power play a little bit more than they do to be effective?
No, not at all. I guess it's the playoffs right now. You got to take care of your chances. We had good chances. They are right now, and that's why they're up.